Guess what? We saw the Ivan edit.
And today, we'd like to talk about it with you.
Reimagining
Star Wars.
It's time to engage your reimagination.
Consider reimagining with us by subscribing and clicking that bell.
So have you seen the Ivan Ortega edit of The Last Jedi?
So what'd you think, buddy? Did you like it better than the first one?
Yeah.
What'd you like about it?
I love his green lightsaber.
I like the lightsaber from the Return of the Jedi as well. What about you, Vega? What'd you think?
I liked it better than the original.
By the way, these are her real answers. There's no pre-recorded script for this. Tell us why you liked it more.
So the reason why I liked it more is because he didn't throw the lightsaber this time, and he didn't die. I don't like it when you died.
Yeah, I didn't like it when he died in the original either. And in fact, I don't think many people liked it, at least those that didn't like The Last Jedi. So in addition to the green lightsaber and Luke not throwing away Anakin's lightsaber, there were a few other things that I caught that I did like. First, the Yo Mama joke was gone, and that was very good. Second, I really enjoyed the training montage with Rey. It made her character come a little alive and made her seem like she's progressing, as opposed to she's just already good. It's nice to be able to see it. So Vega, what did you think about the scene where Luke was mourning Han?
I actually liked the fact that he was mourning for Han because they were best friends. He was looking for him because he recognized he was not there.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. To me, it humanized this Luke. The tears when he realized that Han was dead really drove home his failure. Though I felt like the lines being kept in where Luke talks about the failure of the Jedi, and then also the new lines Ivan added where he talks about training Rey, that is, made him seem disjointed and not consistent.
There's a couple of video game scenes from Battlefront 2 over the car and on Crate.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I think they're somewhat obvious, but they do make the battle scenes seem a little more fluid. So Vega, what'd you think of the changes to the fight scene in the throne room?
What I liked about it is that he sped it up, and he also added Duels of Fates, one of my favorites.
Yeah, while the speeding it up is a little obvious at times, it does make the fight scene a lot harder to pick apart.
I like the way that Akbar is still alive, but at the end, when you see him do the sacrifice, you're like, oh, he's still alive. And you forget that he's still alive because you don't really see him.
No, you're right. The fact that Holdo has to come in the middle, and that's because he just doesn't have enough Akbar footage, and it can't recreate the entire movie. But the fact that Holdo is there really takes away from the emotional weight of having Akbar still alive, so that when he does do the sacrifice, it really didn't hold any more weight than when Holdo did it, really, other than you feel, well, I'm glad Akbar went out this way and not just a silly explosion with no fanfare at all. So Vega, what is your overall opinion of the Ivan edit?
So what I liked about it is that it was better than the original, but it was still boring, but not as boring as the original. But right now, I can't give a good opinion on that.
I don't think that's true, but I get what you're saying. You are a brand new storyteller.
What I'm really into in the movies is the lightsabers, the Force, blowing up ships, and there's not enough of that.
I have to agree with Vega. It is much better than the original. It has much better pacing. It's cut a lot of unnecessary pieces. It added pieces to make it flow better. It added the deleted scenes to help us have some relation with Luke in this instead of relying on the relation we had with nostalgia. I think that we have a more developed Rey in this, and I think that helps a lot. Overall, I think it's a much better film. That said, it's still not really a good film. And I think it's the fact that the premise of it is executed so badly, and there's just not a lot of good pieces to pull from in order to repair it. you can't get rid of all of Holdo, and because you can't do that, you can't repair that. And there's just a lot of pieces that need to be fixed, and a lot of incompetencies of the First Order that are still there, and that's not gone away. So without turning this into an hour-long diatribe on why the Last Jedi is bad, what I want to say is that Ivan did a really good job, and it made, for me, what was a completely unenjoyable movie, somewhat enjoyable. And though Vegas enjoyed the first one, I think she enjoyed this one better, but even so, it's not a movie she continually goes back to watch. And that says something. She goes back to the prequels more, and I think that goes for her liking things that are flashy. Those are definitely more kid-oriented, and she likes them.
I give this overall grade from the edit an A-, up from a B.
And for me, my grade is a C, I guess, up from an F. I mean, I couldn't watch it at all before, but now I can at least watch it, and I got some emotionally gratifying scenes, so I'm pretty, it's watchable for me. And seeing that a different edit can make it better shows us that Lucasfilm needs competition. We believe they need new story writers, we believe they need new vision, and people who love Star Wars, like Ivan. And that will make the difference.
Don't forget to subscribe.
That's right, buddy. Don't forget to subscribe. And while you're here, check out our Mandalorian fanfiction, the end screen right there.